What's up everyone, I go by the name of Pipboy. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to show you guys a very effective strategy for gold for the year 2025. The strategy is very basic and simple, only 3 steps, and I'm going to show you guys these 3 steps in this video. Make sure you join my Telegram community for more insights and setups. This is not financial advice, this is only for educational and entertainment purposes. Make sure you subscribe, comment and share this video with your friends. Let's get started. What's up? Let's get straight into the steps. So basically this strategy is very basic. We only have 3 steps for the strategy. The first step would be to identify your key levels. Your second step would be to wait for price to disrespect the key level, either to the upside or to the downside, and the third step would be for the next candlestick to retest the key level, and then you take your trade when you get the retest. I know it might sound a little bit confusing at this point, but we are gonna go into a live chart and I'm gonna show you guys how to maneuver and trade this strategy effectively. So I told you guys the steps. Now let me show you guys the steps and how to trade the strategy on a chart. So basically the first step would be to mark out your key level, right? And then the secret really is just to look where price has been rejecting and struggling to break through multiple times, right? two or more times. So in this instance we can see price struggling to break through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. And then the secret with identifying your key level is that you always want to look to your left to see how strong your key level is, right? So as I drag my rectangle to the left, you can see that this is a very significant zone where price struggles to break through all the way from our left to our right. So now that we are identified our key level, let's assume we were trading below this key level right here, right? So the secret really is we would want to see price disrespect this key level to the upside. We want to see a candlestick close strongly above this key level, and what happened right there, we can see this candlestick closed strongly above this key level. So that was the second step. You wait for price to disrespect the key level, and then in this scenario we saw that this key level was disrespected strongly so by this candlestick, right? So that was the second step. And then the third step would be to wait for the next candlestick to retest this key level. So this candlestick closed above this key level, disrespecting it, right? And then the next candlestick, which is this one right here, retested and went down all the way down to the key level right here. So as soon as it came down to retest this key level right here, this is where we want to take our trade, right? So our first step was to identify the key level, correct? Our second step was to wait for this key level to be disrespected strongly so, and then we saw this candlestick disrespect the key level right here. Second step done. And then the third step was to see the following candlestick retest the key level, which was this candlestick that went all the way down and retested this candlestick. So once you have all these 3 confirmations, this is when and where you want to take your trade, right? So after I saw a retest right there, you would have took your trade right there, stop loss being just 50% of this candlestick, and just maybe below this key level, right? And when you want to consider this trade invalid is when you see your candlestick closing below this key level again. This is when you should get out of the trade. So but then here we saw price just consolidating for a while before giving us a beautiful trade to the upside. So this is just the first example of how you trade the strategy. Really, it's very basic, and also it requires patience, right? If you are not going to be patient trading the strategy, then you are not gonna be able to use it effectively, and you are gonna lose your capital. So make sure you are very patient, because it does not occur every day, but when it does occur, you will be happy when you catch this trade. So that was the first example. Let's head on to the second example. So guys, I showed you guys how to trade this, but let's look at a few more examples on how to trade the strategy. So the first thing as usual would be to mark out our key level, right? So this zone right here, we can see this is a zone where price struggles to break through. We had our first, second, third touch, fourth touch, etc. So like I always say, the best thing to do with the strategy when identifying your key level is to always look to your left, right? So you always want to look to your left to see if this is a strong key level, and if we drag our rectangle to the left, we can see that this is a very strong key level, right? So we're gonna go back and we're gonna assume that we were trading below this key level for now, right? So what we wanted to see at this key level right there, we wanted to see price disrespect this key level, which is the second step. So right here you can see price disrespecting this key level right here, closing above this key level. As soon as it closed above that key level, our second step was complete. Now we wanted our third step, which would be the following candlestick to retest the key level, right? So as soon as we closed above with this candlestick, the following candlestick, we wanted it to retest, and this candlestick, as you can see right here, it gave us the retest right here. So this is where we wanted to execute and open our positions, right? So I would have opened my position right here, stop loss just below here, giving it enough room to breathe, and then just dragging this to the right, and then we can see that this would have been another beautiful trade that you could have took if you were using this strategy, right? And then the most important thing about this strategy as well is to know that if you are looking to scalp or if you are looking to swing your trades, right, it is a swing trade strategy, but also you can also use it to scalp and just go in and out of the market, right? So just have patience and have faith in the strategy. You can always move your stop loss to break even if you are in enough profits, and just hold the trade and you will see what it does for you. So this was the second example. I hope you guys understand it. We're gonna move on to the third example, where I'll be showing you guys a bearish example, and then we can wrap this video up. So we're gonna look at the last example, which is the bearish example, so that you guys can understand both sides, the bearish and the bullish example of this strategy, right? So in this example, like I said, what you would want to do is mark out your key level, right? And then again, the secret to your key level is to always drag it to the left. As you can see, we had our first, second, third, fourth touch. We can see that this is a very significant zone where price struggles to break through. So we already know that this is a valid key level, right? So what we wanted to see is for price to close below this key level, and then as we drag it right here, we can see right here price closed below this key level, right? As soon as it closed below that key level, what happened? We had our second step, right? Because the first step was identify the key level. We identified the key level, and then the second step was to wait for this key level to be disrespected, obviously to the downside. We had that second step completed, and then now we were waiting for our third step, which would be the following candlestick to retest the key level. And then as you can see right here, this candlestick retested this key level right here, and then that would have been our trade, and then we would have executed our short positions right there. Like I always say, giving your SL breathing room. You may have been in a bit of drawdown, but as you held on this trade, you could have made a lot of capital if you were just following the 3 steps and just applying them on this chart, right? So this is the strategy. It's very basic, very effective, very simple. I'll just highlight one thing about this strategy is that you need to be very patient. As I've said before, do not force the strategy. Write down your steps. Make sure that you use a checkbox and see if everything is ticked off before taking your trade. You have 3 steps. Very, very simple strategy. I will be dropping videos like this in the near future. Comment down below what you want me to explain, what you want me to break down. If you want analysis, if you want a new strategy, whatever you want, I'm here for you. And if you want insights, setups, everything like that, make sure to join my Telegram community. Join it right now. Link is in the bio. And yeah, follow me on Instagram, follow me on all my socials. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, and like and share with your friends. So this is it. I go by the name of Pipboy. It's been a pleasure.